Top of the morning to you. What is going on? So today I have an exciting farm tour feature for you guys. I got a new electric bike, and I've wanted an electric bike for a long time. I do a lot of camping, you know, something I could take with me that's quiet, zoom around the park, and I've looked at them. There's a ton of different ones out there. I had no idea which one to buy. This company had reached out to me and I was like, that's a cool looking bike. I've had the bike honestly for a few weeks now. I've probably put 100 miles on it. My kids used it. I love the fat tires. I love how it does in the dirt. Really excited about the bike. This is a Velowave Ranger. I like how it has the fat tires. It's got 5 different modes over here. Oh, 71 miles, I was off. So 2, 3, 4, 5. It works from throttle or pedal assist. I actually prefer the pedal assist. I noticed that most of the gearing, everything on here is Shimano, pretty common stuff. Really like the big tires. Like I said, I enjoy the pedal assist. While I'm making the video today, because I have one hand, I'm going to use the throttle, and I will tell you, riding this thing without the camera, one-handed, anything more than one with that throttle is almost a little bit too powerful. It really takes off well. I think I've had it up to about 31 miles an hour while pedaling. Without pedaling, I think it's just over 20. But you guys want to do a quick farm tour? I don't think I've ever covered this whole place in one video, so this is going to be something kind of exciting, something kind of new. Hopefully I don't crash on the new toy. But this thing is slick, guys. Check it out. Front shocks, big fat tires, obviously do well on the beach. Does have some gears. I don't remember how many. I think it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the back. So the front one stays mobile. It does have a headlight on it. That's really cool. What else does it have that's neat? Oh, I know they make a rack for the back. We haven't got the storage rack, but thinking when I do my next tour down in the Keys with Lloyd, I might be breaking out my own electric bike. So you guys ready for me to start this tour? Let's see how this thing does. Stay tuned. And I figured I'd show you guys the entire property, where we're at, progress, what's new, what's coming. And this is my back entrance. And we're going to turn this bad boy around and come in. All right, guys, so this is the entrance. This is where I come in the backside of my property. This is that buffer I put in a few years ago. And for anybody that's new here, we bought this property in 2013. I'm in Pasco County, Florida, just north of Tampa, Zone 9B. We do get frost, we do get freeze here. And I have about a 7-year-old established food forest, and we're continually adding new areas, so not everything is 7 years old. We got some stuff that was planted this year, last year, constantly adding to the system. But figured I'd give you guys a brief tour around the property. Hopefully it doesn't start raining here. Lots of sweet almond. Simpson stopper doing really good. Speaking of the Simpson stopper, that's a video in itself. I've had some bird watchers tell me they saw birds on there they haven't seen in years. Sweet potato patch, beans doing really good. Sea breeze bamboo. And guys, we got some new meat birds. Just got another batch of Freedom Rangers in here. I think we've got 35 of them in with our layers, and we're going to be processing them here in about 4 weeks. So stay tuned for a new chicken video. Here's that market garden. And market garden is going to be actually started to get planted. Nick's got the rows laid out. And I'd say within a few weeks, this thing will look a little bit different. Instead of a big patch of dirt, or I should say living soil. Here is our 2-year-old sintropic system. This was literally just cut yesterday, so I've got good timing here coming by. And the idea of this system is grass-fed fruit trees. We're growing our fertilizer, our biomass, which is that specialty grass that's being grown in the rows. In this system, we're using a Mombasa grass, but there's many different grasses. Gamma grass works really well. I've seen some people try to use the Napier. Looks like we're getting a late set of some mulberries here, guys. Whoa, whoa. Thai dwarf coming on. Just got pruned. And mulberries typically only prune here, or fruit here in spring, but when you prune them, you can get a second fruit every year. It's kind of a pro tip. So on the non-everbearing varieties, if you want a second fruit, prune those things a couple of months after they fruit, and they will fruit again for you. So I get the snack while I ride the bike. Whoa! And that variety is extremely productive. Very excited with the Thai dwarf, large interlobium, and Lucana trees. Those are the big, the larger trees here in the system. We grow those as nitrogen fixers for coppice biomass also. See some little bananas hanging on, some chaya, loquats flowering out. Avocados are finally getting some size. We've got cassava in here. We do have some citrus in here. And more bamboo. So this is coming up on 2.5 years old. And this is all clumping bamboo. This is graceful, and it changes to sea breeze over here, and sea breeze going down the side. And these are some old clumps, like 6-7 years old, that I relocated from the other side of the farm and planted into this area. Oh, I think I'm doing pretty good here so far. Grass, mulch, rock has not been an issue with the bike. And I didn't touch base on the charging or how long the battery lasts, but I've never had it die on me. I've taken it down to St. Pete, drove it all over the neighborhood, gone a couple days without charging, and it's never been an issue. The battery is at 100% right now, and I think the lowest I've seen it was 71. So, seems to have a pretty good battery life. All right, let's head on through. So we're getting back into our nursery area. The total site size here is just under 13 acres. This is where we burn any debris from the property. Kind of back of the house, trailer storage, machines over behind me. And this whole area over here is Japodicabas. I grow a lot of different Pollinia species. I have probably 25, 30 different varieties of Japodicaba just available. I probably have 40 in the greenhouse. More of those are personal varieties. My most commons are the scarlet, the red hybrid. We do still sell a lot of Sabra, the yellow, and the white. But lots of plants here in the shade nursery. And heading into more of the full sun nursery, where we have a lot of our supporting plants, grasses, fruit trees for jobs. And guys, this nursery started only because I couldn't find plants for an install. And it's turned into more of a business now. We ship live plants online, do lots of pickups and deliveries, and pretty soon we'll have a retail location. It is in the works. Plants that came back from a job. This is the mango, loquat, avocado, olive zone, and a little bit of the back of the house action over here. We've got the potting zone. This is where we get all of our nematode-free soil. This soil goes in all of our bigger plants. And we use a special bag mix when we ship. And pallets that I've been stocking for the nursery edition. Work trailer. Oh. Another Japodicaba zone. This is kind of the center of the property, guys. So when I first moved in here, we only had just a little over 5 3/4 of an acre. We picked up this back piece, which is around 5.5 acres, or that was 6 3/4. This is 5.5, something like that. It's close to 13. So this side isn't as developed as the side we're getting ready to travel into. I used mulch for the first couple of years, but it breaks down to be just, black gold soil, which isn't great for driving trucks through. So a lot of these main roads we have base on. This is the newest food forest area. This was just completely overgrown woods a few months ago. And the guys decided to start planting some bananas and turmeric and papayas. We just added some mangoes. And kind of just making a hangout area, expansion of the food forest. So this is very, very young. Not a lot to see in there yet, but stay tuned. It's going to be filling in. Let's put some bamboo in. Got lots of little trails cut through here. When I bought the property, it had a lot of invasive species. We cut some trails in, started putting nursery areas in here, and just slowly expanding as we go. And we've got another area with some other rare varieties of eugenias, also some more of the Japodicabas. Lots of those reds. These guys are fancy. More bamboo, guys. I have no lack of bamboo. Probably about 40 varieties. That's what's left of our biochar compost. And this is old stump grindings. This is what we used at the base of our market garden. All right, that was the quick run through of the back 5.5. Let's head over to the main property and see what's growing on in the food forest. I guess I should probably head up to the main gate. I'll come in there and kind of talk a little bit about where we started and where we're going. Oh, coming back in here to the original property again, and a lot of maturing bananas, gingers, Alphonse car bamboo. And let's head up to the front and go on in. And we just had some big machines coming across the driveway, kind of tore up the rock a little bit, so it's a bit of a bumpy ride here this morning. All right, big Vitex doing really well over here. Lots of sweet almond, Mexican sunflower. And guys, when I first moved in, this is the north side of the property. This was my original main gate entrance, and lots of olives that were over here. We originally planted some bamboo here. That's a good bit of the bamboo that's moved right now. Had bamboo on this side originally because of the power lines, not really picking the right species. I had a heck of a learning experience here. Ended up putting Simpson stopper here and moving that bamboo. Wasn't too bad to move, but it was a pain in the butt until I got it moved, I could tell you that. Vitex attracting lots of our big native bees. This is a beautiful one in the landscape, very medicinal. Flowers almost all year long. Those go dormant, but for a very short period of time in the winter. Then we've got sweet almond, Mexican sunflower, and loquats kind of along the front of the property. Azaleas were already here. Loquats, there was an avocado, it died. Loquat, avocado, loquat, was an avocado that died. And another loquat. And I think there's one more avocado at the end. So I did lose 2 avocados in this area. This is the highest part of the property. So the property slopes down into behind the azaleas to the shade nursery. It's about 6 foot lower in that area. I think in the second or third year of living here, we put a big swale in right here to slow the water, sink the water before it gets over there, and it actually helped a lot. I've never seen the swale hold water, but I don't get puddles over there in the low area like I used to because we're stopping the water up here first. Look at this guy. All right. The Ranger is killing it. So far, so good. More sweet almond. I'll kind of peek into here real quick. We've got a lot of cover crops out here, but this is one of the messier parts of the property. Everything was just chopped a week ago, so the ground covers are just coming back. They were getting a little out of control. Lots of moringa, peaches, persimmons. I think we have some pears. And then the other side of the garden, I'll walk in there real quick for you guys. No, I think we'll slide through on the bike. Let's slide through on the bike. Sounds like more fun. We'll circle back around to it. We've got a lot of ground to cover here, and hopefully we get it done before it starts raining. Obviously lots of big grandfather oaks here on the property. That was probably one of our favorite features when we purchased it. You can't buy trees like that, and they're just absolutely majestic and beautiful. And there's the end of that swale. This is our service gate. We ship a lot of live plants, so UPS comes in a couple days a week. We open this gate for them when we have plants going out, so you can see them. I don't know if you can really see, but I am dropping down right now. It's a little lower in this area. Stock some base over here, and got a lot of my bamboos. This is another one of our shade nurseries. It's the one I was talking about below the azaleas. And we grow lots of different gingers and turmerics and spiral ginger and shampoo ginger and cardamom and galangal and lesser galangal and taro and malanga and jackfruits and really anything that just likes to be in that shade zone. It's one of my original shade nurseries, and we've got a couple new ones that we've put in here over the last few years. I guess I could cut down around here real quick, show you guys some of these established gingers. Lots of shell gingers, lots of lesser galangal. These big ones are the shells. Ethiopian cardamom, another one that's doing really well. We've got some japoticabas in here. And one of my favorite elements here by the house is the Monstera deliciosa. I really like planting those at the bottom of the trees. They also make a fruit, which a lot of people don't know. Cool looking plant, commonly used as a house plant. Beautiful plant in the landscape. And there's just a repeating pattern there of begonias, Ethiopian cardamom, shell ginger, and lesser galangal. And there's also some greater galangal. This is one of our older food forests on the property. There's avocados and white sapote, guava, lots of loquats, Suriname cherry, a couple mulberries, but the mulberries are kind of getting shaded out. They're not going to be great in here long term. I added our Cecropia last year. It did freeze, but it came back. This guy's up to about 8-9 foot right now. Super excited about that. I see a couple of jujubes in here. We did prune them back. It looks like they are getting ready to flower and fruit again. And obviously some weeds, so haven't been in here doing any weeding. We've got some Bidens in here, another olive, and another loquat. Let's go through this little tunnel. And this is our Japoticaba house. It's where I keep a lot of my breeders, and up against the west side of it I have a huge windbreak of sea breeze bamboo, and you can see my babies in there. We do keep the door shut to try to keep the squirrels out. They have found my fruit and they like to eat it, so that is a little bit of a problem. Probably need to get us a little barn cat for in there. And this is the other side of the market garden with the peaches, and then I have a large matted nursery area over here where we keep bigger plants and bamboo. I mean, we've got 12-foot rainbow eucalyptus in here, lots of bamboo and lots of persimmons, and this is just a giant wall of mulberry. One of the first things I planted. Everybody says, oh, mulberry is invasive, don't they take over? My experience has been, if you keep them small, the roots are only going to get so big. So constantly topping, constantly pruning these out. They fruit a couple of times a year also because of the regular pruning, so that helps out a lot. I'm seeing a lot of fruit here in the nursery on the persimmons, the fuyu. They kind of get a little bit of a leaf curl while they're stressing in that fruiting stage, but we got fruit all over the plants. Whoa. So far so good, weather's held out. Let's check out a couple of these persimmons. So guys, if you're wanting to plant persimmons, the astringent varieties are going to be the sweetest. Fuyu is sweet also, it's just not as good as one like Seijo, in my opinion. Obviously that's a bit of a personal preference too. All right, we are getting a good bit of thunder. I think the rain is coming. I gotta hurry up. I want to get you guys around the property here before we get rained on. I was hoping to get the drone out. I don't think that's going to happen. Before I forget, I know people are going to be asking, obviously there's going to be links in the description for the bike. I think the bike retails out at about $14.99. There is a discount code if you use the Green Dreams code. I think you save like $50. So if you guys want to check that out, obviously the links will be in the description down below. I'm having fun on this Ranger. I got to be honest with you. Even if they wouldn't have sent me one, I was going to buy one. I don't think this would have been a bad choice. This thing is a blast. I think the fat tire is my favorite feature. Thing rides great on all different type of terrain, and when you have grass, you have mulch, you have rock, you have holes, it's nice to have something with these bigger wheels. It's much more stable. Oh, look at that big old firebush. Got Poon Holly doing really good. Another cool little area of the farm. Maybe we'll buzz under here real quick. Guys, I'm still in speed 1. Not using any pedal right now, using this thing like a motorcycle. I did just hit 10 miles an hour. I'm going to cut through this little azalea hole, back down through the shade nursery. And over here on the east side of the property, we've got lots of loquats, jelly palms. We grow our sugar cane over here. We grow our squashes in here. Girls have a fair amount of turmeric in this area. So lots of different crops for harvest for propagation, harvest for, drinking sugarcane juice, and so on throughout that space. And we're coming back into my original nursery, which keeps growing every year. We've got lots of avocados and starfruit and plants for the other side that we just have overstock, but mainly this whole entire area is for our online store. So in the last 2 years, shipping plants in the mail has become super popular. It's really taken off for us. We ship a couple days a week, usually a few hundred items a week. And all of these plants that are up off the ground actually just got inspected yesterday by the state for nematodes. Go in the mail. We ship to California, Arizona, Louisiana, Texas, even the tough ones that are hard to get plants into. We are certified. So live plants to your door, yeah, we do that too. Big old Cattleya guavas here. Trying some jack bean in these beds. Got some bananas over in this area, and everything that's on these tables is for online sales. So lots of different varieties of mulberries. Got lots of different elderberry, Turk's cap, and the big old chaya tree. And in here is the off-grid shipping house. This is where the magic happens. This is where all the girls pack up the plants and get them to you safely. So live plants to your door. Yeah, we do that. And big old chaya tree. Good morning. One of our amazing nursery helpers. And we've got pineapples back here, more taro, more bamboo. And this has just happened in the last few months. This is kind of like an overflow space. We ran out of room. Heck of a problem to have. So I've had to kind of move over to here with a lot of the bamboos and things that I cannot even get mat space for. So that's why we moved into this new location. Starfruit trees are going off. Don't know what to do with it all. Good problem to have. Definitely something we're going to start dehydrating, juicing, value-added item that we can take to market with us. So we at one point had almost 40 varieties of bananas. I did lose a couple. I'm probably closer to 30 right now, maybe 32. But I have a large selection of bananas, way different than any banana you've had in the grocery store. There's some of our gingers. Kind of have an outdoor shower I put in when we first moved in here. This is kind of what we use as a guest house office. And getting into the back of the house again, where all the magic happens and the ladies make the plants, make everything look pretty. Whoa. All right, so let's bust through here again. Biggie. All right, we're gonna go back through the other food forest. I kind of missed that trail. I want to show you guys. I probably have a few miles of trails here on the property. Lots of Turk's cap hibiscus. Lots of katuk in the shade zone. And this is a newer road. This road's only been put in within the last month or so. I wanted another way to get out of the property, so this just cuts out to our back gate. But I ended up putting the hard pack on here because the mulch was just so soft. We were getting golf carts stuck and trucks riding through this area. Had to put something down a little bit harder. I'll probably end up putting a gravel over the top and making everything match up. But here's another starfruit zone. We've got lots of flying tongue in here. I've got mangoes and jackfruits, and I see some arrowroot and some canna lily and some pineapples, canistel. And guys, just starfruit for days. Like, I can't tell you how many starfruit we have. What we got going on here? Get the kickstand out. All right, so this variety over here is a sour variety. It does really well. Hoping this lighting picks everything up for you guys. It is pretty overcast right now. It's gotten worse since I started the video. But that's a sour variety. This is a sweet variety. And when I say sweet, I mean delicious. So this is the Carrie. There's no comparison with the homegrown starfruit compared to one of those crappy ones you buy in the grocery store. Those are picked green, they're gassed, have high levels of oxalic acid to where when they ripen properly, most of that acid tends to lie in this edge, the green edge. So I'll cut that off if it has the green edge on it. This one's not so bad. It's perfectly ripe. Starfruit, virtue sharing. So, all right, we got to get moving. Thai pepper leaf low lot as a ground cover. Lots of canistel. Sabra japoticaba I planted probably 6 years ago. My guys really like this white variety called Fwang Tung. Makes a huge fruit. You can get twice as big as this one. Show you just a little comparison right here. Whoa. And it fell. Lots of turmeric in this area too. And just this overachiever starfruit. Big jackfruits. I have a large Rolenia here. That one needs to be chopped, topped out, cut back. Not sure why it just dropped its leaves. All right, guys, this is a long tour. I'm sorry. I hope it's good. Sugar apples starting to come in, and they're actually doing something in the shade. I don't get a ton of production, but I get a couple of fruits every year. So 5 to 7 fruits a year, typically speaking. This one's very close to ripe. The segments are separating. And this one's probably harvested in a couple days. I think there was 6 fruits on that tree. Up there at 12 o'clock, that's another giant star fruit, just completely covered in fruit. I could talk about star fruit all day. This is one of our original food forest areas that had a ton of oak when I first planted it, and I've been losing a lot of water oaks. Most of my trees are live oaks. I lost about 7 in this area, so now we have a lot of light that wasn't in there before, kind of changing what I was able to plant. So we're in transition in this zone, cutting stuff out, putting stuff in. Another shade overflow zone. Keep a lot of our edible leaf hibiscus over here. Some of my wild citrus seedlings we found. And this is probably one of my favorite varieties of the bamboo, the old hammy eye, the 45-foot clumper. So, whoa, I think I've covered most of the property. You guys want to do like a speed run or something? Huh? Let's see if we can go a little bit faster and we'll end this thing out. Oh. All right, guys, I'm in speed 3. Maybe we'll try going across the grass. Okay, I'm not gonna make it all the way, 15 miles an hour. Like I said, I really like the pedal assist. All you do is start to pedal and it just helps you along. Also get some more exercise that way, so. Coming in that main driveway again. I think we're gonna wrap this up by the nursery. All right, guys, long video. I hope it was awesome. I know you guys like the more in-depth stuff, so for those that didn't get the in-depth on those individual plants, I have hundreds of other videos out there. Go back through my playlist, go back to my old videos, and I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for as far as in-depth on any of those plants. Hope you guys enjoyed the bike tour. I really hope it wasn't too fast for you. If you like the Velowave, I'm going to put links in the description down below. This is the Ranger. Got some sand on the tires. I had it all cleaned up and ready for you guys too. Just broke her in a little bit today. Like I said, you use the Green Dreams code, you'll save 50 bucks. What we put 1.2 miles on it this trip. So just driving around the property, didn't even hit all of the trails. I think I've taken you guys some places I haven't taken you before. So hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I was hoping to get you some cool drone footage with the bike going through the food forest. Weather's kind of holding out. I don't have anyone to drive the bike. It's just me. So I tried the active track with the drone and it flew into a tree. That's not going to work. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. Meat chicken update, market garden update, food forest update, job site update. Constantly bringing you guys some new content. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. Make sure you pound that bell to stay notified. Links will be in the description for the bike. If you guys like it, check it out. Save some money with the Green Dreams code. Most importantly, guys, get out there, plant a food forest, pound some dirt. It's 2022. We all need to be growing some food.